Rock music is like that toy you got on your birthday from your parents and after some time you completely forgot about it. Or it's like that Dorito chip that you dropped on the floor once accidentally and then you were too lazy to pick it up, so now it has to be down there forever. Rock music has come a very long way and it had a decent run. It was very popular once and now it's either dead or on life support. Why? Well, there are multiple reasons, one of which is the interest of the modern generation. I can still remember the feeling of listening to Numb by Linkin Park through a crackling Nokia phone speaker for the first time and having chills go down my spine. That feeling was a feeling that changed my life and my view of music. I started to be interested in more and more of rock music and other types. I eventually got into 30 Seconds to Mars, Skillet, 3 Days Grace, Rise Against, Papa Roach. I didn't care if it was too edgy or weird. I probably didn't even know what those things meant back then. I just enjoyed music. Back in my childhood, I enjoyed watching Naruto and also listening to edgy rock songs that someone sent me on my phone via Bluetooth. 10-year-olds now, they watch the Paul Brothers and probably listen to the most garbage music out there. God, I feel like I'm an old man saying that. I won't be wrong if I assume majority of you listen to rock before core genres. It's pretty logical. But the sad thing is, as we switched from rock to metal, there was no one to fill that gap created. Newer generation wants something more poppy, something you can dance to. They laugh off the rock because it's outdated and, well, edgy. But the thing is, it is outdated specifically because there are no new bands in the rock music that can make some difference. It's a vicious circle. Name a couple of bands that were extremely popular and made a huge mark in the music culture back in 90s. Now name some bands, rock bands, that were also popular and made huge mark and influence in music overall in early 2000s. And now the most interesting part. Name some bands that are both popular and successful and also made any influence that were created in last 10 years. Not much, huh? While we grew out of our rock music phase, rock music has exceeded itself completely and became literally useless and almost insignificant on the modern music stage. Sure, rock is far more popular still than metalcore, but it is mainly surviving on its iconic bands like Papa Roach or Linkin Park, who still make music up to this day, and try to switch things up only to be faced with angered old school fans desiring them to play their 15-year-old hits over and over again. The problem of the rock music is that its future is so blurry that one might even argue that there even is one. Of course, there are great rock bands out there. I'm not saying that there aren't. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is that they will never be as famous as rock bands once were. It is just not possible for that to happen. It is very sad, but it's also no less true. The scariest part about this is that it is bound to happen to any genre sooner or later. Because we grow as people, our taste changes, and our favorite genres change as well. It is like forgetting once beloved toy and now playing on the computer instead. It's obviously far more exciting and interesting to play on the computer, but every once in a while, when we come back to that old toy, we relive those emotions of first time hearing iconic hits. And it brings us back, at least for a couple of seconds, into the times where you did not have to worry literally about anything, and could listen to your favorite song all day long without getting bored. Rock music now is actually much more different music, thanks to the likes of 21 Pilots or Imagine Dragon. But is it still rock music? Does it represent the more than 20-year-old culture of rock, once one of the most popular genres? Both yes and no. It is quality music, and in time of disgusting pop and rap music about nothing, it is like a blessing that those bands are actually very popular. But their sound is so different from what we used to associate rock with that a lot of music fans refuse to call them rock musicians. As we move on, our life becomes more boring. We cannot wait extra second. We always have no time. We forget our once best friends, and most importantly, we forget our once favorite music. It has to happen as we, in our nature, like to explore. But it does not make the next statement any less true. Rock music, as we once knew it, is on life support. And it creates an illusion of it still existing and being successful, while new and more popular genres are taking its place. We can hate pop music. We can hate rap music. We can hate gent music. God, everybody hates gent. It's not even a genre, it's a guitar technique. But what we can't hate is that rock music that existed in our childhoods, like an old toy that we forgot about. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't checked out my cover yet, please do so by clicking the link in the description. Thank you very much.